Let's be real, our world is a constant buzz of noise. You've got notifications, deadlines, just this endless river of information. And trying to find a moment of clarity can feel downright impossible. But what if, and just stick with me here, what if there was a way to sort of protect your mind from all that chaos? Well, today we're going to dive into a framework for doing just that. It's a way to cultivate calm and find your purpose, starting from the inside.
So let's start with this big question. When you feel that wave of overwhelm coming, what's your gut reaction? For a lot of us, it's just to kind of tense up and brace for it, right? But the whole idea we're exploring today offers a totally different take. Not just dealing with the chaos as it hits, but actually stopping it from getting a grip on you in the first place.
All right, the core of this whole thing is a really powerful metaphor: inoculating your mind. I mean, think about it. We do things all the time to proactively protect our bodies from getting sick. This framework suggests we can build that exact same kind of defense for our mental and emotional health. Now, when we hear the word inoculate, our minds probably jump straight to doctors and medicine. But look at that second part of the definition, to introduce something into the mind of. That's what we're focused on here. We're not trying to fight off a disease. We're talking about intentionally introducing protective things like calm, purpose, clarity, right into our way of thinking. Okay, so that's the million-dollar question, right? It's a great concept, for sure, but how do we actually do it? How do we take this idea of mental inoculation and turn it from a cool metaphor into a real practical tool we can use every single day? Well, the answer is a strategy that's called kindness as cruise control. And this isn't about some huge, dramatic gesture. Nope. It's all about setting a default mode for your interactions, an intentional practice that really helps smooth out all those mental and emotional speed bumps in your day. And here's the engine behind it all. When your actions are genuinely coming from a place of kindness and you have a clear purpose, you basically eliminate all that internal static. You're not second-guessing yourself, you're not wasting energy on social anxiety or wondering what other people are thinking. It's this alignment between what you do and what you value that lets you kind of put your life on cruise control. This breakdown is just perfect. It's like a chain reaction, you see? It all starts with the foundation. You make a conscious choice to act with kindness. The immediate result? You get to enjoy a life with a whole lot less self-made drama. And that creates this awesome ripple effect, putting positive, low-stress energy out into the world. But, and this is so important, the whole thing is powered by self-respect, honoring your own energy.
And this is a super important point, especially for all the introverts out there. Kindness cruise control does not mean you have to become a social butterfly. Not at all. It's about recognizing you've got a limited social battery, so setting those boundaries, knowing when to step back, that's not avoidance. It's just smart energy management. And it's what allows you to be genuinely kind when you do choose to engage.
So naturally, you might be thinking, hold on a second. Is this just about putting on a happy face? Are we just supposed to pretend to be best friends with every single person we meet? And look, that is a completely fair question.
And the answer is a hard no. This is not about faking friendships. It's about totally reframing how you approach your interactions. It's about bringing genuine respect and care to even the smallest moments you share with people. The barista, a coworker, a stranger on the street. The goal isn't to be everybody's best pal. It's just to make each little interaction a source of positive energy instead of friction. So, you put all this into practice. What happens next? Where does this all lead? What's the ultimate goal of inoculating your mind and leading with kindness? Well, that brings us right to our final section, finding clarity in the quiet that you've worked so hard to create. And this right here, this is the destination. I want you to just let this quote sink in for a second. Clarity grows in the space where noise finally gives up. Just sit with that. That's not just a nice little saying. That's the payoff. That's the reward for all that intentional work you've been doing.
This reveals a truth that kind of goes against everything we're usually taught. We're told to hustle harder, think more, just push through to find the answers. But this whole idea argues the exact opposite. It says that real insight, it's not something you find by forcing it. It just appears all on its own when you finally create enough silence for you to actually hear it.
Try to really visualize this with me. Picture all those swirling clouds of worry, distraction, and just noise. All the stuff you've been trying to quiet down. Now, just imagine them starting to part. They just drift away. And in that space they leave behind, what's left is what truly matters, your own clarity. And so, we're going to end here with a question for you to take with you. This whole practice is about intentionally creating space. So, where are you going to find yours? And hey, it doesn't have to be on a mountaintop somewhere. It can be a quiet walk, maybe 5 minutes before you go to bed, or simply that internal space you've built for yourself. Where will you let the noise give up so your own clarity can finally come through?